birthday thing. Thank you, Mister. And he got the birthday song, and they decided to use it as a credit at the end of the credits.
You also co-wrote, and I think you also sang on the song "Tickle Me Land" for Elmo's World.
Yep, if you look it up on YouTube.
Dorothy sees a place in her head where everything everywhere's furry and red. They all look like Elmo and the scenery's grand. The place she imagines is Tickle Me Land. Tickle me, tickle me, tickle me land. Tickle me, tickle me, tickle me land. There's a yellow and black. Tickle me bee and a fish, reading fish stories under the sea. A tickle me elephant, 20 feet tall. A tickle me mouse who's incredibly small. The squeakiest one in the tickle me band. There's a tickle me bird and a tickle me bat. A tickle me lion and a tickle me cat. A tourist saw flying long, long ago over tickle me dinosaurs way down below. Turtles and crocodiles on every hand. Tickle me, tickle me, tickle me land. If you've ever been tickled, you'll understand why everyone's laughing in Tickle Me Land. Dorothy says it's all up to you. You can be one of the animals too. A penguin, a pony, a fish in the sea. 'Cause what you imagine is what you can be.
I use Ensoniq keyboards. They're so old, they use floppy disks. I still use them to this day.
Wow.
You actually have to pop in a floppy disk, and then it will record within the keyboard. So it records within the keyboard, and then I take the entire track and dump the entire track into a workstation, and then I sang over it, and that's what they used. That's what Sesame used for that. Again, another performance royalties issue.
Right, yeah.
In the words of my grandfather, what are you gonna do?
Right. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? So did you have any favorite characters to write for on Sesame Street or the Muppets?
Adam Sandler one.
Oh yeah. A song about Elmo. Love that one.
Yes.
Yeah,
I taught myself to play instruments myself. Like I never had any lessons, so I named a lot of my chords things that aren't actually chords that you would call. There's no such thing as a spider chord in real music, but Adam couldn't get the spider chord, so I drove out to Sesame Joe and I met Adam, and I tried to show him the spider chord. He was like, "Could I just use my thumb?" I'm like, "Sure," and I'll play the guitar. Like, I'll just send you the guitar. You can sing it. If you watch Adam Sandler on Song About Elmo on YouTube, you can see it's two different guitars. Right? Because you're listening to me, but you're watching him.
Right, yeah.
That is where he was supposed to play the spider chord, and you can hear the spider chord, but he's using his thumb. But it was fun. I mean, it was great to meet Adam. He called me buddy all day. Hey, buddy.
Uh-huh.
And so, do you write anything else besides Sesame songs? Yeah, I wrote a few.
This is a song about Elmo, who likes to play in Elmo. When he rides his tricycle, he always rings his Belmo. At night he takes a bubble bath, just so he won't smell more. Yeah, this is a song about Elmo, a monster you know, Elmo. Elmo sure is swell-mo. This is a song about Elmo. When he's at the beach, he always finds a Elmo's favorite game is the farmer in the everybody. This is a song about Elmo. This is a song about Elmo in a nutshell. And now my song is done, so time to say, time to say.
So I was just gonna quickly bring up, so on Sesame you also wrote a lot of music for some of the specials they did, like Elmo's Christmas Countdown and Abby in Wonderland. Can you talk a bit about working on those?
The whole special, that whole Christmas countdown, I think is 48 minutes long by the time they put commercials in and everything to make it an hour.
Mm.
But I remember being in the Disenchanted Cottage, and I was doing 16-hour days working on it. Because
Wow.
like, the front of Almost Christmas Countdown, even there's somebody sliding down a mountain of snow or something, and I was trying to underscore it, and it took me 20 minutes to write. Underscoring like some guy skiing down a mountain. He was coming down the mountain, and I had to hit it correctly when he crashed. So I was writing like that. Just a millisecond off. You'd be like, oh man. One of my favorite things about that was Sheryl Crow did a Radice song called It's Almost Christmas.
Oh yes, that's a great one.
Which I went right back to stealing from the Beatles. Like when I was a kid, because all I did was the mood is up, the time is right, to simply having a wonderful Christmas time. It's Paul McCartnney.
Yeah.
But mine goes, it's almost Christmas, it's almost Christmas. Ever since
Yeah.
it's the same feel as Paul. And doesn't he wish he was me now? And I got a hold of the audio of Cheryl's guitar. Hers was like bang 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 ding 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 bang 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 bang. I sent her the video with her guitar. Like this is what it would really sounded like if we used your guitar.
Special kind of feeling, you can feel it on the street. You can see it in the smiles of the people that you meet. What is the special something that I see here on display? It's almost time for Christmas. It's almost Christmas Day. It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas Day. See the Christmas sights, smell the Christmas smells, hear the Christmas sounds like the ringing jingle bells. Let's sing the Christmas carol, 'cause you know it's on the way. It's almost time for Christmas, yeah, it's almost Christmas Day. It's almost Christmas. 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 Almost Christmas Day.
Sheryl came in, but we didn't have enough time, so we shot her. I remember the set had snow coming down. I'm like, what are you guys using for snow? And they're like, we have these blowing machines, and they're blowing soap suds.
Interesting.
I'm watching her trying to remember the chords for it, but she couldn't remember. The funniest spot was there was a section where Elmo's supposed to be talking to her, "Hey, Miss Sheryl," or whatever, and she's singing and talking to him, and 2 or 3 times, just because the way it was written in the script, she kept hitting Elmo in the head with her guitar because she had to turn to another camera.
Oh wow.
She kept whacking him in the neck.
Oh.
With her guitar neck. So we had to get that right. We strapped the guitar on her, and she played what she thought might have been the chords, or kind of looked like the chords.
Oh, and that's a good one. What about Abby in Wonderland? Because I know you wrote a few songs on that as well.
Abby was a brand new character when that came out, and I remember Carol-Lynn Parente calling me and saying, "We have a new character. She's a lot prettier than me." She said, we need some Abby songs. So at this point, I was writing what they asked me to lunch meeting with Carol-Lynn Parente, and she said, normally we ask our writers to write us maybe 5, 10 songs a year, but we love what you're doing, so we're going to offer you 50 songs a year. And in return, we're going to give you 12.5% of the publishing. And then next year, we'll up it to 25% of the publishing. So we have something to shoot for. And 4 years later, I had a meeting, and I said, I'm not getting any of this publishing. So I wound up going back to Danny Epstein. I said, Danny, can we have like a private meeting somewhere in the studio? And I remember his little white sneaker. He's an 80-year-old guy. Like when I was in the studio with him, Danny would say stuff to me like, hey kids, come take a walk with me. I got a hankering for a Kit Kat. So I would take a walk with him. Anyway, I had a separate meeting with him, and I saw his little white sneaker. He was trying to work on it. He was trying to figure out how his new smartphone would work. But I said, hey Danny, I'm over here. Hey kid, let me see. So I showed him the contract, and he's sitting there with his sneaker bouncing back and forth. He's like, oh no, this is horrible. This is not right. I eventually tracked down the original guy that wrote that contract. At the time, once I tracked him down, he wasn't working for Sesame Street anymore. Rich Segmeister, I will call him out. I called him. He said, yeah, I don't work there anymore. I'm like, I want to ask you about this 12.5% publishing on the contract. And he said, and I quote, I swear to you, he said, I remember that contract. That's the one where Carol-Lynn promised you 12.5% of the publishing that Sesame ultimately didn't want to deliver, and it was my job to make it look like you were getting what you wanted.
Ooh.
I looked at the phone and I said, what? This phone call is costing me $150,000.
What?
And that's when I left. I finally zeroed it down to 4 words. It was something about you will receive 12.5% of anything that Sesame licenses out to third parties. Sesame Street never licenses out anything to third parties. So what they're saying is you're going to get 12.5% of something that we never do. Now it's Jake's miserable hour.
No worries. No
worries from there. If you have to talk about it, that's what
Dang, now I want to jump off a curb.
But yeah, though, Elmo's Christmas Countdown, Abby, and Wonderland, they're great videos.
On the subject of Abby, as of taping, yesterday we actually spoke to Leslie Carrera-Rudolph. We did an interview with her.
The banter in the studio with Leslie and Kevin. Leslie would, like, once she knew that she wasn't recording, she could say something like, Elmo yesterday tried to touch my no-no button. And Frank Oz, I remember a similar studio banter type situation where Jim and Frank, they do the old men. Oh, I hate that thing. Yeah, me too. All right, let's go somewhere else. The old guys. In Muppets Go to Disney, there's a song called Who's Your Lady Friend? Hello, who's your lady friend? And then the 2 old guys are singing, who's your lady friend? And then back then we did have tape. So the tape stopped, and Jim said, Japan? This is really behind the scenes, boys.
Yes, definitely.
You mentioned Sheryl Crow earlier, but do you have any other favorite celebrity guests that you got to work with on Sesame Street?
I have a thing here. Hold on. There's a Mark Radice Muppet Wiki. Big Hit 2, Bye Bye Binky, Dirt. That was fun. Elmo's Riding, Elmo's Ducks.
Elmo's Ducks is a good one. Yeah, that's another really good one.
Elmo had 4 ducks, 4 birds of a feather, 2 wild on with, and quack together. But then one day, one swam away, and gosh, oh gee, Elmo just did 3. Elmo had no ducks, not even a feather, 2 wild on with, and quack together. But then one day, Elmo heard a quack, and Cashew G. Elmo's Ducks came back.
Elmo's Ducks now has 110 million views on YouTube.
Wow.
A normal songwriter would get $3,000 per million views. That one song that I'm talking about has 110 million. If I do the math, 100 million, well, $3,000 for a million, 30,000 for 10 million, 300,000 for 100 million.
Wow.
What a normal songwriter would get. But because I signed that contract,